Hi there, Joe Johnson here at Barrett Jackson, West Palm Beach, as the parade of John Staluppi vehicles arrives at the auction. The American LaFrance fire truck. There's John and Jeanette in their 57 Eldorado Barretts, one of 140 of John's prized vehicles, going up on the auction block at no reserve this weekend at Barrett Jackson, West Palm Beach, happening at the South Florida Expo Center in West Palm.
And I'm excited because, I enjoy buying the cars, I enjoy selling the cars, but the biggest thing is to be able to do it again and find the same type of cars. We try and collect the best of the best.
I had a chance to talk with Mr. Staluppi a few days before the auction about his collection and about some of his favorite cars from his past.
Tell me about the collection that's going up for sale. How many pieces are in it, and what is your favorite?
Well, we got 140 cars here.
Wow.
I have a red Cadillac Eldorado Barretts that I drove in '57, which is probably...
I saw it. It's beautiful.
Which is probably the most favorite car. I love this DeSoto, and I'll tell you why I love this DeSoto. When I was a kid, my dad and my mom, I used to, I always was into motors and cars, and I said to them, I seen a car at a show, a '56 children's DeSoto. It was like a go-kart. I said, we got to buy it. It was $300. That was like a lifetime of money to tell my father $300. And sure enough, my father and my sister Nancy and my older brother, they chipped in, they bought me the car, and they had it in the house. They carried it in, and I got it for Christmas. And '56 DeSoto is the ultimate favorite car of mine in the whole world.
Is that and that's the one you're saddest about letting go?
Yes, that's one of the ones I'm saddest about. It's like asking me, which is your favorite kid?
Sure.
They're all my favorite kids. Every time I do this, I get sad, but then I get happy again because I'm buying cars, and then we'll be at all the auctions again with Barrett Jackson. We're going to fill up the auction. We're going to fill up the place again. We're going to try to find the most spectacular cars that are out there. And then the people come in and they enjoy it when we open it for the charity events.
Tell me about the one that got away. What's the one car you wish you had kept in your collection over all these years?
I actually had a '59 Chrysler 300 convertible. I should have never sold that car. I've been looking for that car now since the last collection has went. And I found one, but it's up in Canada, and I could go up and look at it because I want to see the car. I can't just buy a car by someone telling me what the car looks like.
Sure.
I got to see the car, I got to feel it, I got to touch it, I got to look under the hood, I got to look under the car. So, but one will come along. There's still a few of them out there. My first car that I owned was a '55 Chevy. And it was a car that I owned, and it was a green car, and I'm very superstitious because the only thing green I like is money in my pocket. And every time we would race with this car, the engine would blow up. So we called the car Mr. Jinx. And that was the name of that car. And then after that, my real first production car was a '62 Corvette that I'm keeping. 1962, I bought the car new, $3,100 the car was. My father and mother put a second mortgage on my home to get the car. And when my mother passed away, my father was at the museum. My father was 99 years old, and he said to me, he says, Johnny, I got your registration from your first Corvette. I says, Dad, you got to be kidding me. He said, I have the registration. I said, you got to find it for me. So my father came with the registration. I tracked the car down, and I called the people, and I told them the story. I should have never told them the story. And I have that car now. I bought that car back. I fully restored it.
Nice.
And that car will stay for me. It is, again, pass it down to my children, and that'll stay in our family forever.
I got two questions about bidding. What do you ever let emotion take over reality of what you should have paid for a car?
All the time.
All the time.
What happens is, if there's something that I want, and then I feel like I'm in a war with the other customer there.
Sure, yeah.
He's like bidding on the car, and I'm like, are you kidding me? So then instead of going like 1,000, 5,000. And then that scares them, then they back down.
And for somebody watching this that wants to be a bidder, what advice can you give them besides having enough money? What advice can you give them about bidding and strategy?
Well, the best thing to do is trying to find the car that's pretty much restored all the way. Because to try and restore this car, this is a labor of love. And unless you have time and a lot of money, it's very difficult. Most guys that restore this car, they lose a lot of money on them,
Sure.
no matter how good they are. But this is kind of exciting, knowing that Barrett Jackson. And when they come here and they look at these cars, every car that you see here, get in it, drive it, start it. So unless it's a truck, because they can't put it on the stage, these cars will drive on the stage.
Nice. All right. Well, a little bit of New York you bring to South Florida. We appreciate the hot dogs and all the car collection, everything you do in Palm Beach, and you're a South Florida treasure. So thanks for reinvesting in our community. I grew up here, and it's great to have you in our community.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
All right.
Don't miss this great event for the whole family. See automobilia, take test drives, see concept cars, low mileage classics, customs, trucks, Jeeps, vehicles from all over the world, all up for auction, many at no reserve, at the Barrett Jackson Collector Car Auction at the South Florida Expo Center on Southern Boulevard in West Palm Beach.